Morning everybody, David here. Just 20 past 8 Sunday morning. Quick brew day today. Just a bit worried about that water. Trying to get it up to 66. Bit of foam on top. I ran some 10 litres of Star Sand solution through it all yesterday. Saved the Star Sand solution and I did pump it out with cold water. I'm just worried about that bit of foam. Still they do spray it with Star Sand, so hopefully it'll be okay. Anyway, if it isn't, it's tough, isn't it? What we're brewing today, it's my own recipe. Going through all this as quick as I can. What have I got here? My grains is going on 5.335 kilograms for some gypsum. So I'm hoping for a 5.3, 5.4% beer. It's called Peachy Amarillo. I've studied this recipe for a while, put it through Brewer's Friend. No idea what it's going to be like, because I'm putting fresh peaches in with the dry hops in 5 days. But yeah, Peachy Amarillo IPA, American style I think. I'm going to bitter with Magnum for 60 minutes. I'm going to put some Amarillo and Cascade in at 10, Amarillo and Cascade in at 5, and then Amarillo and Cascade at 80 degrees, steep for 15 minutes, and Whirlpool 5. Yeast, my favourite US West Coast yeast, Mangrove Jacks. That's it. And after 5 days I put more Amarillo and peaches in, fresh peaches, which I've got in the fridge. So I'll get on with it and I might get back to you into the brew. Well, I've mashed in all 5.335. So I started the recirculation. It's straight up over there. I'm hoping it's recirculating round. I'll test that in half an hour, turn pump off and see if it is still going through. The grain bill, I didn't tell you what it was. I'll not give you weights because obviously I don't know whether it's going to be any good, this recipe. But there were basically Marisota in, about just over 4 kilos. There was equal amounts of torrefied wheat and Munich malt, and I had a little bit of wheat malt left, I think about 285 grams, which I didn't know what to do with, so I thought, well, throw it in, it won't harm it. And I think I put 50 grams of acidulated malt in. So yeah, we're recirculating. I've set the timer for an hour at 66. Yeah, it's down to 66. And then after an hour, 10 minutes, mash out at 75. Better turn this sparge on, haven't I? I always forget to turn my bloody sparge on every time. It's only because I'm talking to you that I remembered. Yeah, it's on. I've set it to 75, that. What is the 14.4 litres. So that should heat up over the next hour. So I'll get back to you later, probably at the boil when I put the hops in next. Well, just currently waiting for it to come up to the boil. I've got 28 litres in there, volume. I've taken the gravity, pre-boil gravity, it was 1.050. Put the grain weight in, 5.335 kilos. And I think it's come out at 85.5% brewing efficiency. So we're still draining a little bit. But yeah, there's 28 litres. So I'll get back to you when we put the Magnum in. I think I'm putting 15 grams in for 60 minutes boil. There's my assistant brewer. No, he's not, don't worry, he's not anywhere near this. But he likes to see what I'm doing, because he's going to start brewing for me when he's old enough to. Then I can just sit and give him instructions when I'm too old to do it. You've got to train them young. Well, we're clearly boiling now, so 15 grams of Magnum going in to get alpha acids. Oops, might get a bit of a boil over now. I'd have been a bit more careful really. Should have stirred it in a bit more. Come on. Oh dear. I'll be alright. I've got a spray bottle if I need to get it, but I think we'll be okay. It was still draining that in a basket, but I've no spare fermenters to put it in that are sterile, so I left it as long as I could. I might have got a few more 100ml in, but it is 28 litres. So that's it now. I think we've avoided a boil over there. Yeah, flashing at me. So 10 minutes to go is the next edition. That's Amarillo and Cascade. Oh, and a Protaflock. So we will see. Catch up with you 10 minutes to go. Well, I put a Protaflock in. It's about 10.5 minutes to go now. So I'm going to put these in. I think there's 15 grams of Amarillo and 10 grams of Cascade. So let's get them in. In they go. That's my 10-minute to go edition. Better give them a bit of a stir. As I say, I put the Protaflock in. Just a bit of a stir. I've not used Amarillo before. I know it's a popular hop. I've used Cascade before. In fact, I did a smash beer Cascade and it were awful. Somebody reckoned it was because they were old hops, but let's hope these are a bit fresher. Yeah, so another edition in 5 minutes to go. Actually, exactly the same one again. 15 Amarillo, 10 Cascade in another few minutes or so. Right, 5 minutes coming up. Same again. 15 Amarillo, 10 grams of Cascade. That's my 5 minute. Bit of a mini whirlpool. Get them all nice and melted. A lot of wasps today. I live by a wood and we're always plagued with wasps and insects, but they've been particularly nuisance this year with the heat. In fact, I found a dead wasp floating in my hot liquid last time I brewed. Might have improved it. I'll be bottling that next week. That hot back summer lightning. So that's it. Now I've just decided, I've changed the recipe last minute. I don't know whether I told you, I'm putting in 20 grams of Amarillo and 15 grams of Cascade in for the post-boil hops. I was going to put them in at 80. Now I've suddenly decided I'm putting them in at 90 because I want a little bit more flavour than aroma. And as I'm going to put 50 grams of dry hops in, and I might chuck a few mosaic in with Amarillo, plus I'm putting the peaches in, I think I'll go at 90. So in a few minutes, turn the heat off, chill it down to 90, and I'll chuck me 20 Amarillo and 15 Cascade in. Steep for 15, whirlpool for 5, get it into fermenter. And I'm putting 2 packets of Mangrove Jack's Liberty, Mangrove Jack's Liberty Bell. It's Mangrove Jack's US West Coast yeast. A nice clean yeast, and it lets hoppy character come through. Lovely yeast that. Yeah, it's going to be, I think it'll be over 1050 gravity. Well, it was 1050 post boil, so I'll be a bit worried if it isn't. Yeah, I'll put 2 packs in. Get back to you a bit later. Right, got it down to 88. Well, might help if I get right pack. There's they're my post boil hops. What did I say? 20 grams this time of Amarillo and 15 Cascade. So on each one I've always had 5 grams more of Amarillo than Cascade, hence the name, Peachy Amarillo. I mean, I have no idea what it's going to taste like, but I have built it on a Brewer's Ren recipe calculator. I'll go with figures later and tell you if I matched them. Although I got higher efficiency. I did some figures at 75% and I did some figures at 80%, and I think I got whatever I said, was it 85 or 8, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to leave that 15 minutes now. It's gone down to 85 anyway, so I'll then do a 5-minute whirlpool. I'll get back to you when I'm pitching yeast. Well, that's it. I put 2 packets of that US West Coast yeast in, just slightly over 22 litres. I'm not putting any cold water in because I want it to be a strong American IPA. Bit of sludge at bottom. That hop spider's no good for hop pellets, to be quite blunt. It's more for leaf, so I really shouldn't have used it, but there we are. Final gravity, sorry, not final gravity, original gravity, 1.058. Remember, I got 1.050 pre-boil. So yeah, 1058. When I've looked at the brewer's calculator figures, it said for an 80% efficiency I should get an original gravity of 1.058. Now I did get 85.5% brewing efficiency, so maybe I'm a little bit under. Maybe it should have been about 1060. But I've got peaches to add. I'm going to do a separate video on that in 3 or 4 days, because it's gone on long enough, this 12 minutes nearly. So I'll show you how I pasteurise it and what have you, which, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days time. So thanks for listening and watching. Now the big cleanup starts. Bye for now and happy brewing.